Chat, YouTube, it's deck time. This time for a little bit of Esper Blink, featuring Solitude. So this is the blue Blink shell with Force Negation and Subtlety. And I got even greedier, and I was like, what if I shove Solitude in this as well? Because I had a really hard time against Resolve threats. So we got 4 copies of Ephemerate to go with our 3 Solitudes and 3 Subtleties. And also pretty good with Riddler, of course. Decent if you can get the Bailmerk and also the Spider-Man. 1 copy of Consigned Memory to pitch to Force Negation Subtlety, also pretty good with the Riddler. 4 copies of Prismatic Ending as a 1-mana removal spell that's white, so you can pitch it to Solitude. We got 4 copies of Felia, we go with our Riddler and our Overlord as well. 4 Frog, best threat you can stick on turn 2 if you have the free spells to back it up with the Force Negation and the Subtlety and the Solitude. A couple copies of Teferi because it's a blue-white hybrid card, also just very strong in the format to be able to play Hearthstone right now. 2 copies of Hydroelectric Specimen, so we can pick it up off the Bailmerk, same with the 1 copy of Witch Enchanter. We had 3 copies of Hydroelectric Specimen when this deck wasn't playing Solitude, but now we have a 2-1 split between Hydroelectric and Witch Enchanter. Then we got the 4 Riddlers, the 4 Overlords at the top end, and then 3 copies of Solitude, of course. Mana base wise, we got 1 blue-white Surveil, we got 1 black-white Surveil, 1 of each basic, 1 of each shock, and then the MDFCs and a bunch of fetches. We have 12 fetches, I believe. Sideboard wise, 4 copies of White Orchid Phantom for Belcher and for Eldrazi variants. 4 copies of Wrath Disguise for energy mostly, but it's also pretty good against Affinity. 3 Consigns for the Eldrazi variants as well. You could also just like bring them in and swap them with Ephemerate in certain matchups that it's good. Very good against Zoo as well. 1 Whiteboard Fairy Macabre for the extra get 'em. 1 Ashiok for Titan, and a couple copies of Damping Sphere for Tron and Storm. Let's give it a shot. How you doing, buddy? Needs more good cards? This entire deck is just good cards. That was the idea behind this shell. We put as many good cards in the deck as possible. Oh, good Lord Almighty. Alright, we're going to keep this hand. It's decent. And by it's decent, I mean he's probably playing Yogg and we have Solitude Ephemerate. I got to draw step stop. Alright, we're going to get black-white, I think. Ooh, Frog. I love you, Frog. Never leave me, Frog. Let's grab Hollowed Fountain. My shadowy backstreets became an extra shadowy backstreets. Don't you push. Don't you play Fatal Push. Oh my lord. It does look sick on paper. We'll see if it works though. I'm just gonna Prismatic Ending that. That's fine. Yo, Prismatic Ending looking kind of nice here. I could also Hydroelectric Ephemerate, but I think getting this off the table is a little bit better right now. Yeah, Riddler Ephemerate's strong too. Takes my Frog, yes sir. I imagine I'm gonna have to deal with a Grist next turn. Gristies. Rumble. Haywire My, Brood Scale, Young Wolf, Ghost Quarter. Picks up the Brood Scale. Alright, let's play Plains, Warp the Riddler, and then Ephemerate said Riddler. Oh, he drew another Riddler. I'm gonna Snap Force this blade. For sure. Also, sorry, chat. Still taking my day in NyQuil and getting over my illness a little bit. Streamer is indeed the illest. No, sir. I think I pitched the Hydroelectric Specimen. Keep another Riddler. Streamer is so ill. Witch Enchanter and a Marsh Flats. I think I just want to leave up. Well, okay, here's the thing. I could just cast a Riddler and have a Solitude. Let's just cast a Riddler. Ooh, Subtlety. We're definitely going to Solitude, though. At any given moment. We see Brood Scale, we hit him with the Solitude, then we draw 3 and upkeep. I feel like I'm off center today, camera wise. What's going on? No, that's right. Good enough. Hit him with the no, sir. No, sirree. Yep. Ice Till Explorer. Alright, we're gonna Solitude that. Probably cracks in response. No. Okay. No crack. Upkeep. Cards, cards. Oh! Holy! I got 4 cards in my hand now. Have you ever admitted to being wrong about Riddler yet? I remember the slander for the first week it came out. The One Ring also sucks, Kenny. Alright? I don't want to hear it. They did do a great job commentating the Doghouse, and I'm very appreciative of them for it. Subtlety. Oh! Alright. Ashiok. In. I don't really know if I want either of these. Maybe Wrath's good. He's got a weird build going, though. It's like Ice Till Explorer, Green Sun Zenith, Grist. I'm trying to get every other pitch elemental banned except for Endurance. Endurance is fine. I'm so cringe, I got 3 of each free spell. I'm packing. Not in that way, but you know what I mean. I think I take out this one consign. Yeah, I'll be at Houston. Tap land. Am I gonna beat meat live on stream? Don't phrase it like that. In the corner? No, don't phrase it like that, chat, please. No, I'm not packing in that way either. Chat, no, stop. See a tap land. Takes my prismatic ending. Soul Cauldron. I wonder if he thinks I'm Goryo's. Oh, this is gonna tilt him. That's a tilter of a top deck. Yeah, I'll be at Houston and I'll be at Vegas. Am I loud today, chat? According to my little bar here, I'm louder than normal. It's not a bad draw. Frog go. Yes. Is it fine? Is it like loud in a good way? Yeah, the missing card's the Spider-Man. We just untap. Don't fetch here so we can leave up Ephemerate if we need to. I'm just so good at drawing Prismatic Ending. Prismatic Ending number 3, your turn. He can't keep getting away with it, though. I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to Ephemerate this. It's kind of annoying. Okay, we might be in a little bit of trouble thanks to this here Vexing Bubble. Hmm. Another frog. I think we just warp Riddler and Ephemerate. Put him on a 2-turn clock. I think this Ashiok. I think I'm gonna keep this Ashiok over the Subtlety. Wow, that was not fair. Have the RC in Vegas coming up soon? Do you think Bruise Scale is still a contender? Yeah, I think so. I wonder if I can keep this hand. These are the weird hands. For science, we're gonna keep it. How you doing, Belfie? I don't like this hand though. It's really land heavy. Sure. Another force. I think the subtlety is probably more valuable in this matchup than forcing the amulet. They don't even have another land. That's crazy. I'm gonna bin it because I'm gonna pick it up with the Overlord anyways. I do have to play Mill today. Get the dog. Yeah, they have the Lotus probably. I could see it. Opponent explodes. I'm gonna win another challenge with Neoform. Maybe we'll play a challenge with Neoform. Just to feel something. Just to feel disappointment again. Limited streamer plays Modern for the first time. I don't play that deck for the same reason I don't play Goryo's. Because I surveil the good card. I surveil and I see Goryo's on top, and then I have to bin it, and I'll draw Atraxa instead. Or I'll bin Persist, and I'll draw Archon. It's my other RC deck. Yeah, I'll be at Houston, I'll be at Vegas. I'm leaving for Houston next Thursday, I believe. Yeah, next Thursday. I'm actually going to be in Vegas 2 weekends in a row. Because I found out there's a Pokemon regionals the week before the Magic regionals. And I was like, well, shit, I'm in. I love Pokemon. Streaming is my job currently. Second Lotus Field. My favorite Pokemon is actually Hitmonlee. Which I know is kind of an off-the-wall pick. Hmm. I was thinking about playing those, was it Lunatone Soul Rock Goldango deck? I haven't really played Pokemon in a minute, so I'm just now getting back into the format. And I was looking at what decks came out with the Mega Evolution set. I think I might play the Goldango deck. It looks really sweet. What do I not want in this matchup? Maybe Teferi. The locals never fired. That's so sad. Let's cut one of each of these. Like, realistically, I should probably just play Gardevoir. But Gardevoir's kind of boring. I haven't played Goldango, like, at all. I kind of wanted to try it before I decide. But that's not until the middle of November, so I got some time. Luckily, Vegas is driving distance, so it's not too bad for me to go from home to Vegas, back home, and then back to Vegas the next week. Yeah, I don't think I want Fairy Macabre in this matchup. Probably do want the White Orchid Phantoms, though. On second thought. White Orchid Phantom's a weird one against Titan. Sometimes it doesn't do anything, sometimes it's great. Like, what am I cutting? I have too many good cards in this matchup. It's too perfect. I got nothing to cut. White Orchid Phantom is just so meh. Sometimes I'm very excited to have White Orchid Phantom in the matchup, and sometimes I'm just like, well, kind of wish this was anything else. Been the Lotus Field. My mana's not very good. Meticulous Archive was not the draw. I've never played the Pokemon TCG. How well do you think I could do at Pokemon Regionals? Honestly, probably pretty well. Amulet Titan and Pokemon decks are pretty much the same thing. Constantly picking up your deck to search multiple times a turn. Hmm. Bye, Felia. It's been real. Yeah, it's Ian. Ian's so good. And I genuinely think Pokemon is a more difficult game than Magic, though. Well, I don't know if that's true. It's got a different skill set because it involves you being able to search your deck and have your deck memorized to the point where you can recognize what 6 prize cards are missing out of your deck within like the first minute you look through your deck. That's a hard skill. But also being able to navigate games to the point where you want it with that in mind is also very difficult. If you're like missing one of your key cards, you're like, okay, how do I win this game without the key card? You kind of go from there. I think I'm gonna ephemerate this Riddler so I can draw a few more cards here. Draw. March flats. Kind of flooding a little bit. Ooh, subtlety. When Pokemon stream, honestly, if there was an audience for Pokemon, I would try streaming Pokemon. But for whatever reason, the audience for Pokemon TCG Online is so small. Wasn't there a dude who surgical his opponent and sorted his deck to figure out what was in his hand? In Magic or Pokemon? Or was the Flood command? It's the Landlord command. Splonk. Prismatic Ending's been doing a lot of work. Yeah, it wouldn't be surgical. Because surgical does reveal hand. I don't know if there's a card in Magic that doesn't reveal your opponent's hand. Yep, escape shift. Well, I got their Titan on lock at least. They might just get shifting woodland and start aftermath analyst looping. Instant creature sorcery land. Okay. It might only have one pact left, anyways. Was it tier 1 Dragonite deck? Dragapult is tier 1, if that counts. Kinda wish I had that Fairy Macabre right now. I guess they can turn the shifting woodland into a Titan and attack me. This is the second match. I think we might be dead. Yeah, Pokemon decks are mad cheap. They're half the cost of a Riddler on Magic Online. I played Pokemon for 15 years. The Dragapult deck is pretty fun. I'm gonna Beseiju my everything. And just save some time and get the island, I guess. That's also true. The expensive Pokemon cards are the ones that look cool because people want to collect them. Oh, you're playing with Firebolt. Or should I say you're playing with water? Yeah, there's no Pokemon EDH. Bless. Every card in Pokemon. Like, the most expensive cards in Pokemon for the cheapest version in standard are like 10 bucks a card. It's so nice. And anytime a card gets too expensive, they just reprint it. It's genius. Did you requalify for the Pro Tour? I did. I did. I'm not sure what our opponent's like trying to do here. The Pro Tour invites from the RC passed down. So since I'm already qualified for Lorwyn, and let's say I qualify for the Pro Tour at the next RC, it'll pass down to the following one, from what I understand. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flash in this Felia, and I'm gonna hit Yield to All. Yeah, it'd be sweet if I got to go to Worlds. No, we're gonna Yield to All on the stack. That's the sauce. So they can still turn Shifting Woodland into Primeval Titan and then attack me with a hasted Shifting Woodland Primeval Titan. But I don't really know what that gets them. I guess they can then Otawara my board, but they lost the Shifting Woodland. So they can't really Otawara loop my board either. Now I F6. And get a cave. That's true, they could get a cave. Isn't Pokemon Standard semi-confusing like non-concurrent sets will be in Standard? Pokemon has solved Standard because they literally color code the card border. So whatever's in Standard is going to have like a yellow border, for example. And whenever they swap it to a different Standard set, it's like a silver border. It's so awesome. And then whenever something rotates out, all the yellow border cards aren't legal and only silver border cards are legal. It's genius. I don't even have to like think about what's legal in Standard. All right, take subtlety. Go to combat. They're gonna Beseiju. Yeah, I think we have lost as well. But they do have to pay for Pact in the upkeep. I guess I should have blinked Riddler instead. Because we knew about the Beseiju. So drawing a Titan. And then they're gonna Titan me. I don't think they can make 8 mana though. And the haste lands in the graveyard and the Echoing Deeps is already in play. I don't know if they can haste this Titan. Hey Michelle, thanks for subbing to the YouTube. Appreciate it. Yeah, they could have looped with it at. Well, I mean, all the Lotus fields are in play. That's the problem, right? Wait, they have 3 Lotus? Damn, I've never seen a build of Titan that's playing 3 Lotus. Most of the ones I've seen are on 2. Alright, I think they have us here. Now there's 3 real ones. Because this one's the Echoing Deeps, and then they have, this is a Lotus, this is a Lotus, this is also a Lotus. Oh, it's a Vesuva. Oh, my bad. I didn't realize that a Vesuva. Kind of hard to tell. It's got the little white thing right here, which is it signifies that it's a copy. So they can haste this Titan, and then they can go get Mirror Pool, and then Odawar my entire board. That'd be their out here. I should have blinked Riddler and tried to draw a blue card. I think that was my out. Kind of drew a lot of lands this game. 4 Ashioks in my sideboard. We had 1. But just 1. Yeah, they don't have a deterministic kill here. They can just make a bunch of Titans post-combat, and then also Odawar my board. Which might as well be deterministic. For life equity, we're going to scoop. I think we do need the White Orchid Phantoms. Cut Ephemerate, you think? Yeah, it's probably fine to cut Ephemerate. Problem is, like, Ephemerate gets better with White Orchid Phantom. But I do need the White Orchid Phantoms in the deck. Consign seems meh. Consign's great against them, I think. It messes up a lot of their stuff. It's something they have to play around because it stops the Titan trigger. It stops an untapped trigger of, like, a Lotus field. Fairy Macabre is okay. I don't think it's worth bringing in, though. Because we have a lot of other ways of disrupting them. I could try, like, a couple copies of White Orchid Phantom. I really just don't know what I'm supposed to cut here. Maybe, like, a Riddler and a Felia. Try that. Trim a Fawn. I think Fawn's good, too. Well, look in this hand. It's too land heavy. I don't hate this. See how much work a Damping Sphere does. Let's grab the Water Grave and then jam the Frog. TUS tapped. Hiya. Damping Sphere go. I think it's fine. This would be a good test for Damping Sphere. I think I'm good on Solitude for now. Da-dog. That ball do be kind of wet, though. Stock up. Another Consign. Witch Enchanter. Ouch. Alright, just pass. I could kill the Splunking. Sure. mm, Shocking another Hollow Fountain. I'm like a little bit worried about Scape Shift. I feel like their best way to win this. Feels like a downgrade. I mean, doesn't feel like a downgrade to me. Just feels like a different build. I just pass. Jam Titan again. Alright. Sure. Goodbye, Titan. Subtlety's so good against Titan. Just crazy strong. I assume we lost the Titan. We did not lose the Titan. Scoreboard, yo. 2-0. Dingo is happy he won because otherwise he would say Titan is better and therefore he has to. That has to be his deck choice at the RC. What do you think I am? Perfected Blink like perfected Cell? Exactly. I feel like Dr. Giro. As I was building this creation in the lab last night. Feels kind of meh. Nice Solitude. Okay, chat. Challenge for you, Twitch chat. Stop hating for 1 minute. Challenge very hard. Frog. Goodbye, Frog. I hate this challenge. This challenge is too hard, Dingo. Give us something realistic. Second verse, same as the first. Hey, the frog stuck. What the otter doing? Suspends another Lotus Bloom. Alright, we need something pretty good off the top. That's not pretty good. That could be good. Does take him off a flare. I think we attack first. Guess that means they don't have flare. I can't frog or Bailmerk plus frog, sadly. I could leave up hardcast force negation, or I could just pitch the force negation. I think I kind of have to advance my board a little bit here. I think I'm supposed to Bailmerk. I could pick up frog, or I could pick up hydroelectric specimen. I think I take the hydroelectric specimen and just plan on pitching it. I think I also want to hold this Witch Enchanter in my hand, though. Pick up Solitude seems great here. I was going to force the Lotus. Because I have Witch Enchanter in my hand. No, I can't. They might have a Whir in their hand, also. Honestly, my line might not be that good. I could make a Thunder Trap trainer. Pause champ? Do I want a Thunder Trap trainer? I could also make a 4/4 frog. Them tapped out everything. So if they have word to Meshi, I'm kind of cooked. You find instance and sorcery. Oh, it's a non-creature, non-land. I could find Teferi off of that. Is that unhinged? We have a reader. Me reading Thunder Trap Trainer. Ah, Thunder Trap Trainer. You disappointment. Word to Meshi. Maybe picking up Solitude is better. I mean, it was unlikely, but I had a dream, you know? That's probably my best bet. Lodge. Now I can ephemerate this and turn it into something else. Picked up Flare of Denial. Oh, I knew it probably wasn't gonna hit, chat, but like, what if it did though? Alright, I think we're deceased. What if it did though? What if it hit Teferi? Yeah, we're dead. Okay, 4 White Orchid Phantom. Consign, Ashiok. We have a lot of do-nothings in this matchup, like Pending. I don't think Solitude's very good. I also think Ephemerate's pretty weak. Although Ephemerate's nice with White Orchid Phantom, so maybe I'm supposed to leave in the Ephemerate and just cut, like, some of the bigger top-end stuff. I've been boarding out Frog. Don't you touch Frog. Don't you touch the best card in the deck. Can you consign Beseju? No. Beseju's an activated ability, not a triggered ability. I think you want all the 2-drops in the matchup. If you could consign Beseju, holy schmoly. That card would not be an issue. Close, but no cigar. Yeesh. Am I happy with a 4? Or do I just keep this hand and try to surveil something? Try to surveil land? I can go to 4. Alright, we got a plan. See if it's a good plan. His hands were not very good. At all. Tamio. Shadowy Backstreet. I think we're just gonna jam Thalia main phase here. We've been the consign. It is technically removal. Cutting a card that's a threat that pitches to 4 seems like a major throw. I don't think you cut Frog, like, ever. Frog, I believe, is the best card in the deck. See if I want to flare this. Not interested in flaring. They are gonna make a token. White Orchid Phantom. I think I want to play the Riddler. over the White Orchid Phantom because White Orchid Phantom is worse against Spell Snare or Stern Scolding. You know, they're gonna start jamming White Orchid Phantom starting next turn. Just not very good this turn, I don't think. They didn't have one open mana, I'd be jamming it so fast. We're not too good at drawing lands either. Shawari Disruption. So if we can draw a blue card or if we can draw a land, either I might be pretty happy with. Blue card would definitely be better this turn. It's a land. Another one. What's next? Modern Horizons? I'm not sure. Too soon? Where's for a Lotus? Demonic Tutors, thank you for that raid. Appreciate ya. Hope you had a wonderful stream. Playing a little bit of Perfected Blink, as I like to call it, which is Blink with Subtlety and Solitude. Okay, well, they can't kill me unless they have Tameshi. Nice. We won on the mulligan for. That's kind of wild. Maybe I want less Solitudes. I could go down to one single Solitude. But, well. I think killing Tameshi is pretty important. We didn't have Force of Negation up that entire time, which was a little scary. And Dubai, thank you for the raid as well. Appreciate it, double raid. It's a lot of one-landers that I don't think I'm interested in keeping. Watery Grave, White Orchid Phantom. Yeah, 4 was plenty last time, so surely the same thing will happen again this game, right? Good draw. There's probably also a matchup where Dotsies goes pretty hard. Yeah, 5's like one entire card over 4. It's gotta be good. Yeah, just pass and flash and Felio. Kept a no-lander with Belcher in 1. Every hand's a no-lander. But also, I think you could probably keep like a triple Lotus Bloom Belcher hand and just try to win on turn 3. Alright, Felia, buddy. It's your time to shine. Oh, they milled their island. That's kind of crazy. They've chosen Flusterstorm. If they didn't choose Belcher, I'm scared. Also, this looks kind of stupid. But I could play around Flare Denial by attacking with the Felia and blinking their Filage and then resolving the White Orchid Phantom. They get an extra card off their Filage, but at the same time, I get to resolve the White Orchid Phantom. I don't die to Belcher. Unless they have Spell Snare or Stern Scolding. BFG, thank you for the tier 1 to 23 months. Like, I just die on the spot if they have Flare. Stare Scolding makes it too risky. Well, if they didn't take Belcher and they have a Lotus coming down, I have to imagine I'm dead, right? If I don't resolve this White Orchid Phantom. Wow, this is really hard. Sorry about the Discord ping. This is really hard. Well, I don't think I'm going to get a next turn. That's the thing. Okay, but there's two different ways of going for it, chat. One going for it is jam the White Orchid Phantom and pray. The second go for it is exile their Filage, and then main phase 2 play the White Orchid Phantom, and then pop this. So that way I'm not just dead to land drop Belcher. Okay, well, either way, I'm definitely jamming the White Orchid Phantom. It's just like, do I want to do it pre-combat or do I want to do it post-combat after I exile their Filage? Well, they picked up a Flusterstorm. So they might just be holding up Flusterstorm. I think I'm going to play around Flare. That's a really tough turn. It's playing around Flare versus playing around Spell Snare, Stern Scolding. I know I'm giving them value, but I don't know if it matters that I'm giving them value. It's higher upside pre-combat, but it's also riskier. I'm still dead to Tameshi. Flood Maw. Flood Maw is kind of scary. They picked up Seagate. That was a really hard turn. I still don't know what the correct thing to do was. I don't think I want this. Definitely know I don't want that. Maybe we can find another White Orchid Phantom off of this. Oh, I did find another White Orchid Phantom. I actually found 2 White Orchid Phantoms. Umaro Wizard. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna work for another Lotus and kill me. And it's like, that's fucking tough. Yeah, I think we're dead anyways. Even if I blow up 1 land, it's not gonna make a difference. Pick up the Riddler. Bluff. Force negation. They jammed. Yeah, since we lost, we have to drop this deck forever and then go play Belcher at the RC. That's what Chad told me. Whatever we lose to, we have to play at the RC. I took 30 damage to the face from a Belcher activation to go to 2 life since I gained so much life off of Guide Pride when they hit their basic island. A classic. I don't want another pending. Frog. I think I just passed with Felia because they're probably holding up removal. Somebody beat him with Lantern. I don't think this deck's going to lose the Lantern. I guess it could. It's possible. Lanes pass. Probably the mirror. Ta-da! I'm gonna jam Tef. Tef's so good here. Yeah, unplayable to one of the best cards in Modern in a matter of 2 weeks. And stop, they have a family. This is like one of the best cards in the mirror too. Oh, my dog. Frog land go. We're drawing a lot of lands in this deck. I feel like we've been opening a lot of sevens that are very land light and then flooding out. This game is brought to you by Being on the Play. Being on the Play. I recommend it. That's a lot of tudes. Goodbye, Frog. I'll remember you. Land drops. We should draw. Yeah, we should try drawing one of our 5-mana spells. We got a lot of them too. Opponent's doing it. Sadly, I have to bounce this back to their hand to give them even more value. Standard showcase this weekend. Imagine playing in a standard showcase. Yeah, land drops. Bouncing a Riddler is like one of the worst feelings. Now, if I draw a Riddler, oh, it's gonna actually kill their Teferi if they bounce the frog. Teferi is cheat. 1/4 kind of broken here. No, don't play a creature. Don't do it. I'm about to play a Felia. Oh, it's a frog. Something good. Hydroelectric OP. I think I'm out of lands in my deck. We're getting there. Solitude. Non-land permanent. I guess that counts. Yeah, right on time, Subtlety. Happy to have you, buddy. First Simic spell that comes to mind, Neoform. Followed up by a close Simic Charm for second. Yeah, it's gonna come off impending, and I'm not really sure I'm supposed to beat that. First Golgari spell that comes to mind, Golgari Charm. Because now I'm thinking about all the charms. And then, for some reason, Pelucranos Unchained popped in my head. Not really sure why. I don't have another blue spell. Or blue source. Do I? Because I've been my water grave. Is Pelucranos Unchained even old? I don't even think it's that old. Rakshasa Death Dealer. She. What a card. Bristly Salvage, also a freaking heater of a card. Lothlet Troll, same. $17 years ago? That's not real. Alright, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from our land prison. I think pending is probably pretty poor, but I do need an answer to Teferi, so let's cut 2 pendings, 1 ephemerate, and I guess Force Negation is kind of trash. Does hit their Teferi though. Drag Mangler. That was before my time too. Oh, I don't know. I heard that card's really good in Pauper though. Apparently this deck works in extremes. It's either 7 lands or 1 land. This sucks. I don't know, it's mulligan to 5 though. They're mulliganing to 4. Their hand's just as bad as mine. Yeah, I remember Grimflayer. Grimflayer's a heater. How could you forget him? I was playing that card in Standard with Ishkana. And I was playing that card in Modern with Lingering Souls. Top. Yeah, Ishkana, the original Spider-Man. Ishkana was such a fun card to play with. Grimflayer came out almost 10 years ago. Pack it in chat. We're too fucking old. That's also when Emrakul the Promised End was in Standard. You just got to play Delirium Piles. Not super interested in trading Phalias. Emrakul in Standard was wild. It was. It's also really good in the Standard for what it's worth. Got a Teferino over there. Solitude, Consign, Riddler. My spider senses are tingling, chat. I want a Riddler. I feel like they have Consign up also. Time to schedule a prostate exam if you played with Grimflayer. Depression. Oh, hey, Riddler. Well, I guess I just leave that on top. I'm pretty sure I don't want to Felia this because they have consign up. Oh, they have Ephemerate. They didn't use it. I wasn't even gonna blink this with the Felia because I was scared of consign. But hey, this all worked out. I don't know they have a Riddler in their hand. I think I'm supposed to subtlety this also. Sure. They did have the consign. They had both. We're so smart, chat. They hit land for Ephemerate also. Do you have any general tips for playing the Blink Mirror? Try your best. It's really hard. I don't think I have any actual good tips. Resolve to Fairy. I mean, I resolved to Fairy and I still lost. Don't blink first. That's a good tip. Draw more Riddlers than your opponent. Don't mill yourself out to the Overlord. Lavinia, Azorius, Renegade. Yep. I think I discard Subtlety. Spider-Man. Could also discard Overlord and then copy it with Spider-Man, but I think I want to take the Riddler. Okay. I've solved the mirror. Okay, good luck for the mocks, by the way. Wait, is it Vintage Cube and Modern? What's the format of the mocks? I actually have no idea. Good formats. Do I want Force Negation or Pending? Best of luck, McWinzos. Hope you take it down. I haven't played any of the Vintage Cube format. I watched a lot of DT do it, though. But he forces Storm pretty much every time. There's so many Spider-Man cards in it. Spider-Man cards. We'll try the forces, because I think forcing Ephemerate might be kind of worth it. Why is Riddler so expensive? Good card. Sorry, terrible card. Never once will I go on record calling it a good card. It's also just a mythic from a standard set, so you can redeem it for the paper copy. I don't know how many copies of the card are in chests either. Did they go for the Bailmerk? They do not go for the Bailmerk. How safe is it to play Teferi? I think probably relatively safe to play Teferi. I could pending the Felia, but they could have Ephemerate for it. So I think this is a Teferi type of turn. Frog! I love you, Frog. How do you redeem mythics on MTGO for paper copies? You have to collect one of each card from the current standard set, and then you go redeem the entire set in the shop. Counter Teferi? Oh, Riddler Ephemerate. Hmm. Think I'll join you, but with Riddler Consign. Let me tap better. Yeah, I think I go Riddler Consign here. Are you playing Eternal Weekend this year? No. Yeah, tap better. I caught it. I caught it. Why blink over Goryo's? I think it's a little bit more consistent. Yeah, I don't know if you can do foil sets anymore. Guess the only reason why MTGO cards have value, really, is because you can redeem them for paper copies. That is a bummer. I'm gonna lose my Teferi also. If I draw a land, I guess I can Overlord, pick up Teferi, and then replay Teferi, bounce the Riddler. Damn, that's a good draw. Think they have Ephemerate in hand? I got your Bolt. Meet me in the cellar for the coaching. I don't think they have Ephemerate, but I also think I want to leave up Consign in case they flash in Felia here. They did exile 2 Felias. You gotta go. Head your Nerva. Alright, got the Overlord off the table too. Woo! Let's get grass. Frog. Okay, so Teferi bounce Frog, play Frog of my own. Or Teferi bounce Felia, play Frog of my own. Could also Overlord return Solitude. Yeah, I gotta bounce the Felia, I think. I'm gonna try to win the Frog battle. I don't think Hardcast Overlord's very good here. I think I'm gonna bounce the Felia. Then play Frog, and then we win the Frog battle. This mirror's crazy. Does give me a Solitude. But then I gotta pitch my Teferi, and I think having the Teferi passive is pretty strong right now. It's begun. The Great Frog Wars. Frog on frog violence. If they topped Solitude, we're in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, it's pretty good. Fight Fairy. What in Whatitude? Nah, I haven't played any pre-modern. Oh, Double Frog. That's so many overlords. That's so many overlords. Yeah, we found Bale Merctron. Bless. So do I impend two overlords? Or do I just hardcast one? They're definitely getting two cards off me. I get impending and pick up Teferi. I don't know if that gets me anywhere. So I like bounce a frog, they flash an Ophelia. They flash an Ophelia, I bounce frog. I don't think it really gets me anywhere. Just kill my Teferi again. I don't think Solitude White card helps either. Okay. Have mercy on my soul. Oh no. What the? And they hit Witch Enchanter. Oh, it's a rep. Man. That's Tilter. Alright, prediction time, chat. But I don't think the Solitude has done anything to help me. I feel like the Solitude has been clunky and awkward. Also, hands with like Bale Merc Ephemerate Force Negation like this are just really awkward as well. If this were consigned, at least I could like pitch that. Bale Merc is awkward in this deck because the only way you have of like cheating the Bale Merc into play is Felia. And if that's your only way of cheating the Bale Merc since you don't have Flicker Wisp, things get like kind of weird. Yeah, we're iterating upon that list. I think you probably want both. Probably 4 push, 2 pending or something like that. Maybe 3 push, 3 pending. Pending's been pretty relevant this league. Should probably fetch the lands I want to get before I mill them. I think being able to pending, like, it was super relevant against the Yogg Broodscale deck. And it was also super relevant against Amulet. Like, if I had Fatal Push instead of pending, then I would just be stone cold dead to Amulet. Dogs are going crazy, chat, sorry. They're unhappy with Neoform. Oh, it's not Neoform. It's this deck. This hand's kind of nice because we have Felia plus Force Negation backup in case they have Flare, and we can also consign something on top of that. Big fan. To me, Zoo seems like better energy right now. It is kind of depressing. I don't think this deck plays Consign, does it? Oh, it's Dismember. Live, dog. Live. It's your favorite command, Nathan. Zoo is better energy, though. It's true. Can I afford to audible? I don't think Zoo's the most difficult deck to pick up. So you could probably do it in a week. But I don't know. You have so many reps on energy. I'd probably just play energy if I were you. I think playing a deck that you're comfortable with is important. I lost in the finals of today's challenge because I was a little too tipsy. Whoops. Were you playing Zoo? Nathan, my goat, playing Zoo. Energy's still good. I think energy's bad. Oh, you know, I should have replicated that. It worked out. Scram to get the shrine out of the deck. Bin that. That's a lot of lands. Let's get the island out of the deck too, since it's like my last land. I think I'm supposed to pick up a Solitude here, but we'll see what the Overlord hits. Oh. 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 I think I take the Solitude. No, I cut it when we put Solitude in the deck because I didn't think I wanted the blue-black Surveil land with like a bunch of double white spells and Prismatic Ending. We can attack and take the Riddler, I think, so it's probably okay. Seem to not die to Aki. Well, I don't want to get Death Touch, so I probably have to Solitude one of these. Yeah, we're still gonna grab the Riddler. Don't get me wrong. Maybe just grab another Solitude. Scoop. Uh. Hmm. Is Wrath this guy's good against this deck, chat? I kind of feel like the answer is no. I think I'm just gonna hit submit. I don't really have anything to board in here. Tops with Hedge Maze. Yes. Doesn't really do anything without the ritual. Yeah, if we could snipe the ritual with it, but we already have 4 prismatic endings to snipe the ritual, so I kind of don't think I want Wrath of Disguise. It's also just like a 5-drop. I'm gonna bin that, and then we're gonna probably pick it up with Overlord. The Oberman. Overlord of the what? Da-dog. I forgot I can't play this deck in RC chat. Every time I draw a Felia, I say da-dog. Instinctively. I'm gonna leak so much information. It was like when I was playing Sephiroth Broodgale, and I drew a Sephiroth, and I accidentally went, Sephiroth. But like under my breath, I was like, Sephiroth. It's like, fuck, I gotta stop leaking information to my opponent. It's actually a problem. But then I could do it when I don't have it. But it's too natural that when I draw it, I just say it. think they have like stern scolding. I think we just pass. Oh, endangered French frog. Thank you. I got you in my hand. Do you think Psychic Frog is French, chat? Discuss. Waffle didn't play the frog. Not French. I have Hardcast Flare up here too. Did I just bin that? Or it's been a pending? I can play frog. Okay. Push me to the edge. All my frogs are dead. I think I want to save this prismatic ending for ritual, probably. Take another 3 damage and go to 9. Which frog is cooler, Treeborn Frog or Psychic Frog? I don't like Treeborn Frog, so I'm gonna have to go with Psychic Frog. Treeborn Frog is El Diablo. Because I have Monarch PTSD, that's why. I have too many Ephemerates in my hand. What's your Edison deck? I play Evil Heroes. Oh, they found a Flare of Denial. Well, that's probably GG. I don't know if I'm beating the Flare of Denial allegations. I need to draw a blue card. Not a blue card. Maybe they don't flare this Riddler. Oh, they didn't flare the Riddler. Hey, that's so lit. Oh. Now they're gonna flare. Yeah, where's my Orcish Bowmasters for real? I'm gonna get hit by the mediocre beats. I guess I shouldn't yield, because if they have an Oculus, I probably have to subtlety it. Hope to rip off the top. Yeah. So I could play Riddler and then have this Overlord come off of Impend. They also have 2 Death Touchers. Oh no. They just put it on top, now they get an Oculus. Oh, Shimata. Wow, their hand is really good. Wrath, this guy's looking pretty solid here on this board, though. I wish I had Wrath this guy's right about now. Wait, did they not put Oculus on top? I'm so confused. Wait, they bottom the Oculus? I guess I should have a blue-white. Jackie. Land for my troubles. It definitely does not make any sense. But it's too deeply ingrained in my brain rot. So now I say Oshimata and Shisa and Aya. But in my defense, Jackie Chan Adventures was a banger of a show. And you're never going to change my mind about that. Mystical Dispute. Yeah, I think I got to block one of these Ice Fangs, sadly. I guess I could have prismatic ending the Fibblethip for 1 and then reshuffle back in the deck. Not Aki. Okay, not that either. Dog. I know they have Mystical Dispute in their hand. I don't think I can beat Mystical Dispute. To the go next angle. I guess I can attack and try to find Solitude. But I'm not sure what that does for me either. So I could Page Dog, Solitude the Harbinger. And I could pending this, but does that win me the game? I could play a Harbinger. I could play a Witch Enchanter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blow that up and then die. I know they have a Mystical Dispute in their hand. I can't get a Riddler. Whatever I play has to play around Mystical Dispute. I mean, I could pay for Witch Enchanter, Mystical Dispute. Why don't you dog and have a blocker? Because I'm just going to die to Ice Fang over 2 turns. I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I guess this is my only line. I think we just pass. They got a Solitude pitch pending, and then flashing the dog. Dog. Now, because I pick up the Solitude off the Overlord. Oh. I guess I actually had to do this before blocks. I got punished. Should have done it after blocks, or before blocks, and then they sack that. I block your trade, and I don't die at least. I messed up. Well, they could just hardcast Flare, no? They didn't have to sack. They could just hardcast it, didn't matter. I think I do want some number of Wrath Disguise. Yeah, sack was just adorable. Just so cute. How many Wrath Disguise do I want? I feel like Prismatic Ending might just not be worth it. Maybe I'll play Wrath Disguise over Prismatic Ending. The game's gonna go long and get grindy anyways. Giant Hydroelectric Specimen. How you doing, buddy? It's a keeper. We'll get Meticulous Archive off of this, and then Godless Shrine, Bale Merc, and then Riddler Ephemerate if we can. I don't like Goryo's. I'm a big Goryo's hater. Deck's too inconsistent for me. I don't think the deck's bad. I just don't like the inconsistencies that come with it. Graveyard that and then pick it up off the Overlord. Make sure we don't whiff off the Overlord anyways. And I regretted registering Neoform at the Pro Tour because it was not very good. I think Teferi's better than Subtlety. That deck was the definition of inconsistent. Even when you did your thing, sometimes you still just die. Just because. Coiling Oracle, picking up Stern Scolding. Teferi seems quite good against them. I'm going to protect you with my life, Teferi. Affinities are... So, my options for this RC are Esper Blink, Amulet, Zoo, Affinity. Although it's kind of hard to get Mox Opals at this point. But those are my like top 4 contenders for this RC. I'm definitely having the most fun playing Blink though. I'll die for you, Teferi. Yeah, we have both RCs. I'd play Zoo at an RC. I would, Nathan. I don't think the deck's that bad. I think you're just a Zoo hater. You own Mox Opals? Nope. I don't actually have a lot of modern cards. I have a lot of old standard cards from like the Return to Ravnica Theros days. Because that was when I was playing the most Magic in paper. How many tournaments in a row will Dingo psyop himself into not playing Titan? 5-0's League with Titan. Refuses to elaborate. Doesn't play it at the RC. I hate Titan. I fucking hate that deck. That's my issue with it. I don't even think it's bad. I think it's insane. I just fucking hate it. It makes me sad to play. It makes me sad to play against. Play the damn amulet. Ah. Anyone got those $70 Voice of Resurgence? I got you. I was a big Voice of Resurgence fan back in the day. Yeah, I got you on the Stamp Die still. Well, all these are pretty good. Yeah, Voice Token was like 20 bucks. That wasn't 20 bucks. It was like 10, 15 bucks, right? Was it the Fable token that was 20 bucks? $55 Bonfire of the Damned. Anybody got those? That's one of my first modern decks also. I was playing Naya Zoo. I had a couple copies of Bonfire in my sideboard. Bonfire was so ill in that deck. Nobody ever played around it. That's a lot of force negation. 4 Koth for 2 Underground Sea. You made out like an absolute bandit, Belfie. How much is Koth now? Let's find out. Koth of the Hammer. $2. Somebody got robbed. Favorite teamer card. Well, you already know I'm gonna say Savage Knuckleblade, baby. Let's go. We love me some Savage Knuckleblade. I love losing to that card in Modern. Backed by Simic Charm and Forked Bolt. Wouldn't have it any other way, personally. Witch Enchanter. Bounce my Witch Enchanter. Play my Witch Enchanter as a land. I want it tapped. Bouncing Witch Enchanter and then playing it as a land is so spicy. Flood Pit's Drowner. You're We did it. Innistrad Return to Ravnica was goated. Congrats, believers. Maybe Perfected Blink was not so perfected, but I think we had a lot of close matches, minus all the Mulligan to 4, Mulligan to 5. I didn't like the Solitudes. I didn't really like the Ephemeras all that much. I think the 4 consigns in the main deck of the sauce. I did like Prismatic Ending quite a bit. So I'm probably just going to go back to the old build. And I kind of want a third Teferi also. Yeah, perfect 3-2. So I think minus these. Move these back over. Cut 2. minus U, plus U, plus, and then go down 1 pending. It's either 1 pending or 2, and then 3 fatal push. I think having more early removal is pretty important. But I also want another Teferi in the deck. I don't know what I'd play over another Teferi. Or what I would cut for another Teferi. Maybe just play the other Teferi in the sideboard. And then one more card in the sideboard. I don't know what it would be. I think I like the Spider-Man. It's a fine one of. Is 4 Wrath too much? I think having the Wrath is super important against energy. But maybe it's not as important as I'm making it out to be. Yeah, I didn't care for Thoughtseize in the sideboard. It didn't seem very good. Maybe I want a Belcher card. Because I was playing Clarion Conqueror, but Clarion Conqueror is kind of cheeks with Frog. I was like, maybe a Stony Silence would be fine. It's also good against Affinity too, right? And it's good against Lantern, most importantly. I don't know, I did have a Stony Silence in here, so maybe Stony Silence just comes back in. Stony Silence on a stick is nice, though, because of the Overlord, but I think it just shutting off my Teferi, shutting off my Psychic Frog was just kind of bad.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.